We're joined now by Jon Campbell. He's at Jonny OddsShark on Twitter, and he is off and rolling with us as we head into the NFL weekend. Jon Campbell, what to you stands out as we start? Let's start with the Thursday night football game tomorrow between the Titans and the Jags. We have the lowest, I think, or second lowest, I think it is, over-under total. It's down to 37.5 or so, suggesting not many points are going to be scored. Is that the way to play this one? Do you like the Titans? Do you like the Jags?
I like the Titans here on Thursday nights, and when in doubt, you take the favorite on Thursday nights. They're now 9-3-2 against the spread this season. So I'm a little fuzzy on this one, so I'll go with the favorite here. But this total says a lot. It is the second lowest total in the NFL this season. And the NFL needs to stop putting these guys on Thursday night because 12 of the last 30 meetings between these two have had totals lower than 40. So this has not been a good game in the past.
Well, what's crazy is the NFL thought, I believe, that this year Jags-Titans would be decent because they were both playoff teams last year, and they both won games last year in the playoffs. And then, so I think they slotted it on Thursday night, not thinking, oh, this is your typical Jags-Titans pyramid of awfulness, and then it's going to end up as a pyramid of awfulness again.
Yeah, and I always say if you're ever having a rough NFL season, don't feel bad about being a bad picker because the NFL is one of the worst prognosticators out there. They tend, in the past, they pick terrible Monday nighters. They pick a lot of terrible Thursday nighters. So even they have trouble picking a good game.
All right, so the Dolphins have been enormously successful against the New England Patriots down in Miami. I don't know if it's weather. I don't know what goes on. But the Patriots and Bill Belichick are 1-4 overall, 1-4 against the spread in the last 5. I think 7-10 overall against the number in Tom Brady's tenure as the Patriots quarterback. They're over a touchdown favorite even still. What happens between the Patriots and the Dolphins?
I think the Patriots do cover this one, and I really do not like betting against the Pats. When you go back even further, Tom Brady as a road favorite is just incredible. He's covered at 58% on the road as a favorite in his career, which is just crazy because he's seen a lot of numbers like this one where he's favored by more than a touchdown. And the other thing, the Dolphins have some injuries. They've had injuries all year. Their starting center and Danny Amendola were out last week. They're questionable this week. I think that could be big. I like the Pats here. I can't bet against them.
Ravens going on the road against the Chiefs. Number 1 defense in the NFL going up against the number 1 offense in the NFL. The Chiefs right around a touchdown favorite. What happens?
Well, I used to lean the defense in these games, but I just think it's a new NFL, and now I've started leaning to offense. So I like the Chiefs here with this one, even though the Ravens, I think they're giving teams some trouble because they're such a different look right now with Lamar Jackson. They were averaging 129 rushing yards per game. Now they're averaging 238 rushing yards per game, and they're just blowing teams away in the yardage battle. But still, I like the Chiefs here. I don't think the Ravens are that great. They've got a great defense, but they just don't do anything different on offense right now. So in these games now, I'm leaning to offense. I've had to change the way I handicap them.
Colts-Texans. The Colts looked like they were going to maybe make a run in the AFC South. Then they didn't play very well against the Dolphins. They were fortunate to win that game, and then they didn't score against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now they go on the road. The Texans are looking for their 10th straight win, which would effectively end the AFC South race. It's an improbable and incredible run the Texans have gotten on. Meanwhile, if the Colts get beat, it effectively ends the Colts season, right? Because they would fall to 6-7. I don't think there's any way you make the playoffs in the AFC if you look at that race, even if the Colts win out sitting at 9-7. So are the Texans going to eliminate the Colts from the playoff race, or are the Colts going to stay alive?
I think the Colts stay alive, and it's funny with the Texans here how they've won 9 in a row, and we're still asking the question if they're any good. And they are good, but they've had a weak schedule here, and it's not enough to convince. But they are covering spreads. They've covered 5 of their last 6 now. What worries me for the Texans here, they're going up against what I think is the best offensive line in the NFL right now. Had a rough week last week against the Jags, but I think they bounce back here, and this offensive line has just done such such an incredible job. Colts getting 5. I think this spread should be more like a field goal.
What's happened to the Panthers? They've lost 4 games in a row. They're going on the road in what is close to a pick'em game against the Browns. Ron Rivera suddenly on the hot seat. Christian McCaffrey's been playing out of his mind. I mean, I'm just kind of stunned. The Panthers were sitting at 6-2 and looked like a legitimate Super Bowl contender, and then they've completely fallen apart.
Yeah, it really comes down to defense for the Panthers here, and specifically, it's third and long defense. They do a great job of putting teams into third and long situations, and they do a terrible job of stopping them in those situations. Over their last 4 losses, they've allowed an NFL worst 12 conversions on third and long, so 3rd and 7 yards to go. And that's led to 4 TDs. So they're allowing teams to get those first downs and then score from there, and it's really killing them right now. They're also a terrible bet on the road. They're 1-5 against the spread on the road. So I'm leaning to the Browns here at home. I think it was natural that the Browns had a letdown after ending their terrible road losing streak last week. But so I kind of like them here, and it's tough to bet on the Panthers on the road this season.
The Cowboys are hosting the Eagles. The Cowboys 7-5, the Eagles 6-6. The Cowboys have a chance to basically take control of the NFC East. Does it happen?
Yeah, I think so, and I think the Cowboys are the best. They're the best Super Bowl bet on the board right now at 25-1. I think that's the best value out there right now. I think the defense is playing great. Everything's getting rolling for the Cowboys right now. They have a little extra time this week after beating the Saints at home on Thursday night as well. So I think they're a great value bet for the Super Bowl as well right now.
All right, and last question for you here. The Rams going up against the Bears. Do you buy into the idea that the Bears are a legitimate threat in the NFC? The Rams are around a 3-point favorite. We're not sure about the quarterback situation, but this could be an interesting matchup because you've got the Rams offense going up against the Bears defense. Do the Bears have a chance to slow them down? Which side of this equation would you take?
Well, it really depends on who's playing at quarterback. And if Chase Daniel plays, I love the Rams. But I think this line suggests that Trubisky will play here. But Rams are 0-1 against the spread against winning teams this year. So I would hold off. If Chase Daniel plays, I love the Rams. If not, I lean to the Bears.
Outstanding stuff as always, Jon Campbell. We will talk to you next week. Thank you for hanging with us.
Thanks, Clay.